We'll see, DJC, we'll see. Give me some predictions, man.
After seeing how good Epsilon looks against you guys, how seamlessly Walters reintegrated into the starting lineup here in place of Bash, and then rolled over you guys pathetically and sadly, I'm going to say it's probably going to be something like an Epsilon 6-3, I want to say, in Granary. I think it's going to go to the edge. I think they're going to take it to the limit, but Epsilon, I think, will take this a little bit handedly. What about you, sir?
I'm actually feeling Broder in this one. I'm not gonna lie, I think Broder might take it in 2 maps. I'm going with my boy Ips. He's saying Broder are gonna smash. I'm feeling it, man. The momentum is with them. I'm watching Rib roll in faster than Numlock as we expected. He's picked up that med pack, and Epsilon are gonna play a slow one. This is all on Rib here to really do some damage as they try and get in. He has tagged both those scouts up top, and the position is nice here from Broder, not overextending, just controlling the crates, doing as much damage as they can from the safety of that high ground. And the frags are coming in thick and fast here. It's Epsilon down 2, but Broder quickly leaves 2 as well. Zebo down, Nox has gone down, chased down by Cookie. All they need to do is keep Mirlin alive here, DJC.
And they will do that successfully for now, but it looks like Shocky and Numlock want to push back in. Stickies are going to go at a Rib here. Mirlin is caught out, is going to have to force that Uber off. They had 3 players swarm in from 3 different directions. Now the cleanup has come. Mirlin is going to extend that Uber. The Mirlin versus Numlock battle was much discussed in the lead up to this. Mirlin even made a little frag video showcasing his skills against Numlock, and there he will flash it a little bit more. Since Nox went down, that Uber advantage will be equal here, and Broder have taken this first middle. They are going to take second. There is a scout coming in. Walter's getting very aggressive with his overheal. They know Epsilon don't have a lot of numbers here, but Rib going to get those defensive stickies up, takes the scout down. Spam is going on to this point. Epsilon are holding their back left. So much cap has been earned that Broder are probably going to take this with ease, but no. Tech steps onto the point, gets annihilated by the spam of Mitzi and Numlock, but that is Broder's Q there, getting some spam off as well. But their health has sunk into the red, into the yellow here on my particular HUD. They are going to try and re-heal and re-push, though. They have gained a slim advantage here. I think they actually assume they have a bigger advantage than they do, so we'll see if they actually push off of this.
Yeah, right now they're just moving around to try and work a pick in the flank. And check out Mike's position up here. He's hiding down in that long corridor. He's going to wait until the Ubers are faded, then come back in. Ubers have been traded, but Mike is still up in that garage, undetected now. He's got an opportunity to wreak havoc. He's going to almost finds a demo man on the flank. Rib takes a lot of damage, and the hills are separated from a lot of those Brothers players. There's 2 down. Bibbin and Tech are out, and that forces Merlin to back off with Rib. I think that just got a little bit stretched out for them. They backed off different ways after those Ubers were exchanged. I'm not sure if they thought they had the advantage, but the positioning wasn't good after the Ubers.
I know that Broder for a long time on Granary have favored that push through the garage side into 2 on offense. Zebaside likes to take it through there, kind of get a solo Uber going. It's not always the most successful. I think Epsilon are also wise to it because we've seen Zeb make that push so many times this season. We've seen it in a playoff match already against BFF. But this means that Ubers are even here. Mirlin did stay alive. We'll see how hard Epsilon want to push this. One of the critiques that some people have had of Epsilon when they play with Walters as opposed to Bash is that they let the game go very slowly, very methodically. So a situation like this for Epsilon is one where they might sit here for a long time, try and get some better heals out, see if they can get enough damage to maybe take down a Broder player, or at least shift the balance of heals. You see Numlock just trying to peek right now. That health going in the way of Broder so far. The heavy class is taking a ton here from Epsilon. They're actually going to pop through. Rib is going to get dropped here. Maybe a wise decision because Broder are going to have a superior Uber by a wide margin. Numlock is getting juggled pretty hard. Tech and Zebasai annihilate him. Scout's going to move in. He eats some rockets as well, so that's 2 picks for the demo man of Broder. That's a pretty solid trade. You can see Tech has rotated over to the flank here. He's going to make that bomb in onto the crates. Gets counter jumped instantly by Missy, who is going to get jumped again. Mike goes onto the medic and Mirlin is dead. They're going to get 2 more cleanup kills. Are Broder, and Mike is going to sacrifice himself as well. But he got that medic pick there on no heals. Epsilon might be able to get the spawns to re-push this. They're going to start building either way.
Zebo walked forward into the right yard. He was going to hide there. He might have even got Numlocked if he had just waited for a second, but he decided to back off and save his own life. Probably the right move. I think Mirlin's just spawned, so that's going to be like a 60% disadvantage for them. And I would expect Epsilon to actually push off this one, but it's interesting what you were saying there about Epsilon liking to hold a lot. Before the Broder CC game, I was just chatting with Nox, as we do. You know, these top level medics traded ideas, DJC, but he basically said he hates to play defensive, but for some reason it just works against Broder, so that might be something that plays into their mindset for this game. But already we see action on the flank and ramp room. At the same time, it's 2 Broder players against 2 Epsilon players trying to control that right side, but they're getting separated and taken down. Tech does get Walters, but eventually goes down. And that was sort of nice execution there from Epsilon, isolating those players and just crushing them. And now
Cookie's going for the back cap right now. He's actually getting on this. That cap has been started very slowly here from Epsilon, but look at this scout for Epsilon. He wants to contest this, but he's waiting for his support to get closer. Shockey's going to move in. He's going to win the 1v1. Cookie even got the health pack. Oh, dear. That was an annihilation. That Uber is going to get forced off on mid here from Epsilon late. I believe Mirlin actually popped his early to force that, but I was looking at the back cap.
Oh, he goes down eventually.
Shockey's dancing around the corner. Nox gets launched in by the rocket of Zebasai there, and then the shotgun finish, but Shockey's going to turn that into a triple kill, hitting down both soldiers and the medic, and that kill into Cookie on 2, and he killed Bibin before that. What the hell, Shockey? It's like 7 kills in a row.
He's pretty decent. He's been, he's not got bash to steal all his frags now, man. He's just going to get them all. Right now, I see Walters coming in close to juke into that right side, but he decides to back off. They're going to wait until they have all their players up here. I'm checking out Mike at his work on the flank. Getting my words joined together there. He does pick up a frag onto Bibin, but that means his location's been given away. That's a great distraction here for Epsilon as they move forward. Not only do they have the man advantage, but that threat of Mike is on the mines. Tech trading with Mike here. Mike drops down after killing Tech and gets finished off by Cookie, but the man advantage is maintained, and they are still trying to work their way forward here, DGC. There's a tiny Uber advantage, but it just looks like Epsilon lost 3 players just like that, man. What happened?
I really didn't see a whole lot. I just saw Epsilon try to extend in with no Uber, and I don't think they realized that Broder had such good heals and good position, and Numlock got taken out very quickly, and that's pretty much the biggest damage source for Epsilon. So they had no real retaliation, but Epsi do have their Uber coming up here. This cap is only halfway right now for Broder. They know the stickies are there. The Uber's going to be popped off. Mike jumps right onto Mirlin's face, gets the kill. Mitzi is going to go down to that trap. Cap should go here to Broder, so this might be a slight miscue. Cookie is going to die. Nox getting juggled to hell and back, but he will make it out in the end. Rip tries to peek to throw some spam back there and take Nox down. He was down to about 30 HP, but not quite enough damage from Broder. Cookie is down, Mitzi is down, so no aggression going to come out from either side. We're going to reset, we're going to stalemate here. But look at this, Walter's trying to peek in on this left side. Just wanted to find an angle, see if he could make it in, but not quite. We'll see who takes the upper hand here, who goes aggressive first.
DGC, I'd just like to give a little shout out to Shocky, the handsome blonde devil, because he said he's going to be watching these VODs later. So we love you, Stefan. Say Stefan, please, DGC.
Stefan with the big 7 kill earlier. I had so many people message me about proper European pronunciation of that name, and I was just like, I'm American, dude. You got to deal with it sometimes. But I've just taken to calling him Shocky now because it's a billion times easier. Always in these hiding spots. Yeah, this is kind of one of the more well-known hiding spots at this point. It used to not be, but it's been discovered recently by the fact that everyone has started to use it. Does Zebasai realize?
Oh, he shows himself.
Oh, he shoot him. I don't think that Zeb actually saw him. Zeb was just checking the corner there, knowing that Mike likes to hide in general. Mike is going to back it off. Seeing a lot of tentativeness from both sides here. Nobody really willing to commit. Walters is playing very far forward. Zeb could hit some nice rockets on him if he stays there. Walters actually backing off to get his overheal now. This is one of the issues with Broder's style of play. I would say that they don't really plot things out as much as, say, Crack Clan do. They just kind of are in a situation. They know what they like to do in that situation, and they see what happens from there. Zeb's going to hit a lot of nice rockets. Now the big bomb from Tech, they were distracting, but no, he's going to get cleaned up. He is not going to survive here, and that is Epsilon's cue to go. They're going to take this to choke ads.
Yeah, they know that Tech's down, so that flank's going to be quite open. They've already walked in for free on that left side. They're going to take the scouts and demo in here. Uber does eventually get popped off Mirren as well, but he's separated from Zebo, and that means his Uber's going to be going down that little bit faster. He's going to have to run for the rump room, and Epsilon with a nice execution here on that push. Broder rolled the dice with that bomb on Tech, didn't get anything from it, but I feel they probably could have made a better hold there. But Epsilon just make decisions quicker than anyone else in the league. Immediately they switched up, pushed in on that flank, knew it was going to be slightly weaker, and were rewarded for it with a cap on middle. They've traded Ubers, but right now they're trading damage. There's stickies on this door. Mitzi is playing Russian roulette as he ducks in and out there, but Rib does not dead. The stickies remain, and we go into a little bit of a stalemate once more, DJC.
And while we're in the stalemate, I'll take the opportunity to mention ETF2L's Radeon HD 7850 giveaway once more. If you want all the information on that, head over to ETF2L.org. But basically, you predict the man who will get, or the number of the highest kills in the second map that will be coming up after this one, and whoever predicts it correctly is entered in the drawing to win that. But we are stalemating here. We see both teams with Uber. This is probably going to be a situation we see a lot. This is the grand finals. You have to play a different style. You have to kind of play more passive, more defensive. We see the combo is going to move in through the choke right now for Epsilon, Numlock, solo Uber. Tech and Zeb taking equal parts of this. They're going to have to find something here when this ends. Numlock is going to bait out that aggression from Tech, and Mirlin gets caught out, in fact, eats the pipe. Rib is down as well to Shockey's aggression on the flank, and Zebasai is going to die as well, so 4 dead. Bibin will make 1 retaliatory kill. Cookie is trying to make something happen, but that is a full wipe from Broder off of what was just really a calculated play from Epsilon. It looked like they knew exactly what Broder were going to do. They were going to overcommit those soldiers, and it hurt them very badly.
Yeah, just maybe a bit of a misstep there from Broder. Like, they thought they had a little bit of an advantage from milking that Uber, but essentially they had done no damage. Numlock was invulnerable the whole time, and he'd done a little bit to them, and he just walked into a choke point versus a demo man, and that's pretty much what he wanted. So playing into Numlock's hands just a little bit there. I'm going to watch Rib again, because Numlock is just slow as hell to middle. I want to see how Rib reacts to that.
Rib's going to take his health pack here, start sticking up top, expecting... This is kind of the thing with Numlock. When he's this slow, you don't really know where he's going to go, so you kind of just pick one and hope he's there. Mike talked about that a bit, but we're going to see the early kill goes off from Mitzi on a tech here, the roamer trade. Cookie will get the cleanup. There is one more soldier in. Mike is going to die to the swarm of Broder players. Epsilon have huge presence on the point. Walters and Chucky run in to try and make a play onto Mirlin, and look at how low that health was. 17, 20, and 60 for 3 of the Broder players. So a ton of damage came off. They will get a kill onto Rib, but it's not going to matter. Look at how far Zebasai is in. He's into yard. He has his scout support. Nice direct. Oh, man. 2 brilliant shots from Zebasai there. The cleanup came from Cookie. Nox is going to get caught out a bit here. The Uber's going to be popped off as Zebasai gets stuck on Mitzi's head here. Shots are going to try and go. Cookie's going to walk in, take down Nox. Zebasai's in deep, maybe too deep. Walters, what the flank? Takes down Mirlin.
What the flank from Walters, indeed. They didn't see that one, but I saw it on Blue's excellent outline plugin. Oh my god, I won't miss anything. And already the scouts of Epsilon moving forward to clean up in that yard. They found 1 soldier. They're going to bully Tech out onto 3. He has to pick up that med pack. But already we see Epsilon just controlling that yard. They're not going to overcommit here. Looks like they're happy enough to be 1-0 up. They're just going to sit here and get those heals back up and start building overcharge, I guess. Nox just coming in from that spawn.
Only about a 20% advantage for Mirlin here, but that is more than enough. It's actually Kritzkrieg for both sides. I think we could have predicted a crits now and again from both of these teams, but to go crits versus crits in pretty much the exact same situation is a little surprising. Maybe Nox read it perfectly and knew it was going to be coming. They'll see who can have the better result here. Looks like it's going to be on Zebasai here. I think he wants to take it anywhere. No, the switch back to Rib. Instantly, the Stickies are going to go from both sides. Mirla down. Numlock with by far the better. The medic will die for Epsilon, but Rib was the second kill that Numlock got, and now Epsi going to swarm in on the flanks. Both scouts here. Zebasai's going to get a kill onto the demo man. It's Tech and Zeb alone in garage. Mitzi's going to die there with combined soldier aggression. Zebasai taken out eventually by Mike, but no health anywhere. 19 and 26 on Shocky, and Mike will be the survivors. Will we see crits versus crits once more? Why, yes, surprisingly we will. Both teams sticking with what worked previously.
Yeah, interesting from Numlock. Again, they're coming out ahead in these sort of coin flip situations. He just seems to be having the luck of the Irish today, DJC. Nice execution from him again. I'm thinking he could be my MVP for this map.
Yeah, very... good choice for MVP so far this map. See Numlock's moving up aggressively here. Right now, Broder have a much bigger crits advantage than Epsilon do, even bigger than last time. And they have an entryway pick because Mike got caught out there on the flank. We'll see if this is going to be Rib once more, if it's going to be Zebasai. Tech's going to take that buff and be the jumper. They didn't spot out the crits. Numlock is walking forward, holding down W, sticking everything off. No kills have gone. Numlock is going to die. The pipe turnaround from Rib takes down Mitzi. That crits is getting very near, but do they have anyone to use it on? They have no combat classes, no projectile classes. It's just scouts. Mike has spawned. Will they crit
Nox is normal
Mike in a
now?
second here?
He must have switched it up at some point. He definitely had crits. He switched it, bro, when he changed spawns.
That's nice. What a play by him, confusing even us, the casters. But that means Uber defense here. Maybe a nice read from him. We're going to see that aggression come in. Huge directs flying out from both Mike and Mitzi there. Mike getting the double kill. I think maybe an air shot or even 2 there onto Cookie and Tech. That is the Broder play. They're going to have this crits up, but can they use it effectively? It's going to be on Zebasai. He's the only one near. Rib is all the way out in yard. Will they kite this? What is their play? The crits are going to go. The pop is going to come instantly from Nox. Zebasai might be the sacrifice here. He will die. The heavy is up, though, and the crits laser beams are going to come, but it's not enough because everyone in Epsilon is alive. Everyone was there. Cookie is so low. The directs coming in from Mitzi will take him down. Numlock is holding down. W gets a kill onto Tech. Bibbin will get that Demo Man pick, but it's not really going to matter. Here comes that huge bomb in from Mike. He is onto the demo. Rib is dead. The spawns are late coming for Broder, and they have a tiny little slim crits advantage right now, but it might not matter too much in the end.
Yeah, Epsilon just a step ahead again with that Uber switch up. And they even won the fight on the flank as well. They just seem to be winning the majority of the engagements. The score would tell you the same thing. 1-0 right now with only 15 minutes left on the clock, DJC.
Yeah, 15 minutes left. We have 1 round earned. This is maybe what you would expect from a Walters team with Epsilon. We'll see, though, if this crits can turn the tides. Zebasai wants to take this to Garage. Epsilon are hiding in good position. Mitzi's going to die instantly, but Epsilon don't really care about that loss of the soldier because Numlock is taking this Uber. He is walking in. Bibbin has made it in on the flank side, but he is going to get cleaned up. Here comes Tech, though, onto the scout. 2 nice rockets. Could not make it a third. He is very low. We'll have to back it off. Eat some rockets from Mike, though. And this crit so far just hasn't been working out for Broder. Epsilon know it's there. They are taking superior position, getting better heals, getting their Uber up before Broder even have a chance to push. It's 4 players alive for Broder right now. They need to defend their 2. They cannot afford to be critting out of last on the back foot here.
Yeah, honestly,
Knocked off to the sticky trap.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Will they actually cap this? Broder are going to try and come in and block it. It's times 3 on the point. They can't reach it in time. Rib is separated from Merlin. There's a scout behind. It's none other than Walters. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Soldier here on last. It's Walters versus Tech for the glory, but it looks like Broder are going to recap. No, Walters goes down. Tech craters him there.
That was very well played from Tech to stay back. Let Walters try and come to him. The bad problem for Broder there is that they lost their medic, and he's only just now spawning, so about a 20% advantage for Nox here. Mirlan's going to have to start building his Uber. We'll see the turtle defense come up from Broder. They're going to hide into their shells here as Bibbin is on that heavy. Surprised we're not seeing Tech snipe at least a little bit, but I think they have decided that the high ground advantage, the spam advantage of the soldier is a little more important here.
Yeah, I was just going to contradict you there, DJC, and say that I thought that crits may have actually been okay last time if they hadn't died on the flank, but it seems to be just better communication on the Epsilon side, and the flank continued to push into middle even though Broder were held up. That didn't seem to come across for them, but right now it is batting down the hatches here for Broder as they do turtle up. We see stickies, 8 stickies on that left side from Rib. He's looking for a pick here. Anyone who opens that door and steps out will die for sure. And right now it's going to be a scout-led Uber here from Nox. He flashes the scout through, but gets juggled. Shoggy gets dropped. Mitzi's gone down as well. It's Seb and Nox bagging off up top. Zebasai is going to chase this down though. He wants that medic pick. He's going hard here, but he needs help. He needs help. He's going ham.
He doesn't need anything. Walters 1v1's the heavy up top. He wanted to go for last, but they got too much cap time before it could happen. That was a very well played Uber from Zebasai. He just held down W and left click, got a ton of rockets out, chased down Nox, expertly hit 2 huge directs on him, and then with him still having a little bit of Uber left, he managed to get the shotgun kill off on an unlocked. He took down every player he needed to. He kept his medic alive, and that's going to swing into a 50% advantage. Shockey's going to move on to Rib here. Rib flubbed his jump a little bit, but Shockey just can't get enough pressure on him to matter. Zebasai's going to jump up and hold the crates here. Broder have a huge advantage. Down to 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go, Admirable. Is this going to be the push that draws it even?
Yeah, they definitely got a bit of momentum there, especially confidence for Zebasai. That was one of his first successful pushes there. So they're working their way in here. They've cleared the stickies up. Numlock's going to see those stickies disappear, and they're in for free without popping off that charge. This is exactly what they needed. Mike's gone down on the flank as well. They're ready to drop the hammer here. If he just pops in, he's going to be in position to do a lot of damage, but the stickies from Numlock are good for the juggle. The Uber is pretty much nullified here.
You know what I want right now? I want to hear the Broder comms right now.
Back now, lost.
I can jump on them.
Okay, try it. I need ammo, got no rocket.
Someone use me.
Yeah, you can try. They have advantage, big one.
Yeah, right side, demo peeking right side.
Oh, just stay up top, scouts and tech. You can back up when they push right. They're gonna push right now. They're really close. I'll call it for you.
Come back to back right when they push.
Emergency.
They're pushing right.
Okay, go up top now, guys. Push up top now.
We can
Solid
start.
watching.
Jump at the right.
Timo's on you. Yeah, let's go now.
I need ammo so bad.
Solid
force them?
is 130.
I'm on Celeste, I'm on Celeste.
Demo pushing right.
Brib, block
Soldier.
it, come on. Get on.
Oh shit.
Okay,
weird.
I'm done.
Uber.
Bot solid down.
Wow. Interesting idea there from Zebasai to call that push up top. Didn't quite develop, but Broder will come away with a huge Uber advantage after this.
Yeah, the game sense of Numlock pretty impressive there. That he walked in, realised he wasn't being pressured, and just sort of like, "Ooh, I'll look up here," and saw a scout. Recognised he couldn't see enough of the Broder players. There had to be something going on there. And maybe it was partly that the combo of Broder didn't do enough damage to him to get his attention, but anyway, well played. I see a scout on the flank here. It's Walters coming in behind. He's going to go for that force onto Mirlin. Mirlin will never pop. He is fearless. Walters does get taken down eventually after surfing up top there. And we do see Mirlin picking up that medic pack. It's going to be a significant Uber advantage here, 50% at least, as Broder start to work their way forwards. Numlock has only just joined. Are they not aware that there's no stickies here? They're going slow anyway. The Uber is slowly slipping between their fingers, but they're almost in position to push here. They've come in on the blind side. They haven't been spotted yet. Numlock eventually spots them, but his stickies will not do enough. They could push here, but they opt to hold. I think they just feel that the Uber ran away from them there, GJC.
Yeah, Zebasai didn't really use that advantage like they should have, but now they're going to move into last. That scout is up top doing a great job of denying and eating shots. Mike's going to take down Cookie here. 2 kills, make it on Tech, taken down by Shocky. Counter comes in from Epsilon late. Oh, Mitzi, what a huge bomb. He and Mike, 4 rockets, 2 kills, Ribbon, Bibbin dead. Maryland's trying to run away. He is in yard. The expert dodging not going to save him against a horde of Epsilon players. Cookie's going to peek out from forward spawn. He's going to back spawn wisely, but Tech has stayed. I think they know full well that he is in here. The stickies are there. Numlock is watching. Can Tech brave this shutter door? He and Numlock are literally staring each other in the eyes through this door right now.
Tech needs to spawn now if he wants to get a forward spawn. He does it just in time, I think. No,
He
he's
got
all the
back
way at
spawn
last.
because he switched to sniper and then back. So Broder threw away 2 big advantages there. They are now down 70% on Uber. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this game. It's getting tense. It's a 1-0 on Granary between the 2 top teams in Europe. Who could have expected this?
Right now we're going to see Epsilon moving up on that left side with that big Uber advantage. Broder are just about getting in position to hold here, but already the scout Uber comes in and Rib is separated. He's not taking a lot of damage though. It looks like he's going to survive this one. This is sort of a failure from Epsilon. He might get the point. Rib is trying to deal with a scout and block the point at the same time. He gets separated out by Numlock, taken down to Chinatown, but in the meantime the flight got
Mike into the
overrun.
Z right now. Oh! Cratered himself on Zebasai's face. Did get the kill. That means the collar is down for Broder, which could be huge. It's just Walter's alive right now. Mitzi has the late spawn. Walter's going to go for the back cap here. Wise decision, but he is going to run into a player on this second very soon. Here comes, I believe that is Cookie in on 2. Gets the health back. Walters wins the 1v1. Oh my god! And they're blocking middle expertly right now. Walters can't get it! No! Tech got the kill into Numlock. Mitzi went down as well. What a play from Broder. They have full advantage now and can push into 2 with ease. They took down Numlock. That is huge.
Wow. Epsilon just didn't commit enough to that, I guess. It was a gamble, I suppose. Didn't want to lose too many players, but Walters produced the goods there on that back cap, but his teammates let him down. That's heartbreaking, DJC.
It's heartbreaking, but Broder once again not moving as quickly as they need to be with this advantage. They need to go. Mirlin out first alone is going to have to pop early here. Mike got the force off. Zebasai and Tech with coordinated bomb onto Mike will take him down. We are down to under 7 minutes. Cookie is waiting at mid, expecting that back cap. He knows Epsilon's game right now. Look at Tech going up top. He's going to eat a rocket from Mitzi. Some meat shots coming out from Stefan here is going to take him down. Numlock is committed to this point. Walters gets a kill onto Cookie. In the rear, Shocky comes to mix in a double onto Bibbin. The Uber has been popped off from Epsilon, but Broder are well out. They know this back cap is coming. Zebasai is going for it. Oh, a nice direct on the Walters as he goes for the health back, but Numlock catches out Mirlin. No, the medic is down for Broder. They have 23 health on Rib, 6 on Numlock. Rib is the only one who is going to die there. The soldier aggression from Zebasai will take down the demo man, but it's not going to be enough. Is Tech going to be able to get in time to contest this? He wants to. He's spamming that scout defensively. He is going to jump away because he knows that Epsilon combo is coming. What an exchange. What an amazing sequence.
Yeah, I wonder, are Broder getting a little bit flustered here? They realise there's only 6 minutes left on the clock. Still one round in it, but they're just making a few questionable decisions, you know, just giving away those frags a little bit too easily, I feel. But right now we do see Broder positioning themselves for a defense here. They know they're at this big uber disadvantage. They have to try and get that uber popped off, get that foresight before they can actually do anything and make any plays. You can't just walk into them right here, you're gonna die.
See, Tech's actually going to go out drop down right now as Epsilon slow push it in through the upper here. Tech has not been spotted. He is going to move out. Right now, Broder have 70%. Epsilon are moving up top. They're going to do the wraparound. They're sending one soldier to last. Nox is committing as well. The back cap initiated here. Cap is going to be started. Cookie is taken down. The big flank is coming in. Is Mike going to clean up? Mitzi, rather. He gets one kill on a Mirrorland. Zebasai goes down to Nunlock. Rib is dead as well. It's just Tech and Bibbin. I believe Bibbin was the one back capping. Tech is behind as well. Epsilon going to take a second round here to make this 2-0. There are 5 minutes to go. And Broder, with their backs against the wall, have to win 2 rounds at least in 5 minutes.
It's an optimistic back cap, DJC. Obviously they need to make big plays, but I wonder is Merlin running crits. That's what I'm checking for, mate.
No, he is on Uber here, as is Nox. It was a very ambitious call. It was something that you could kind of expect from Broder, like a weird, quirky play, knowing they were up against the wall. They were expecting to get Uber, but Epsilon made that great wraparound. We're going to take over the third middle here. Tech with the huge early bomb. Cookie is playing defensive on his crates right now, denying the aggressive bombs from Epsilon. Tech is going to move on to Nox. Nox is dead. The heals are on Broder's side right now, but they need to stay alive. The health is terrible all over their heavy classes. They've been eating a ton as well. Cookie's dead. Here comes Mike for the bomb. Whiffs on the air shot, but he is not done. He's on to Mirrorland. One rocket, not enough. Mike is dead, so is Shocky. But no, Nox walks in and takes down Mirrorland. Is he going to get out? Scout is onto him. No, Bibbin finishes him off. Nox has spawned. He has that Uber advantage now. The heals are going to be up in Epsilon's favor. Cookie and Mirrorland still to spawn. I would almost assuredly expect Mirrorland to spawn Crit Screek here. Rib is already doing the smart thing. On to CP2 is going to try and sticky off. He has support from his players. They need this cap, and they need it fast.
Yeah, I think Epsilon are going to give this one up. In the knowledge that they have Uber advantage, I would just like to see Broder pushing on Uber here, get buffed up, and just walk into Epsilon before the Ubers are even in for either side. Right now they have traded a little bit of damage, but no real frags coming in, and that just brings it closer and closer to Epsilon. Nox getting that charge. And I'm checking for Merlin. Is he that got that crit screek? Did you already say that, DJC?
He's on Uber charge right now. No crit screek, so they're behind. They figured they were in a better situation. Look at Cookie. He's in that same siding spot he always uses, but Mitzi spotted it out and took him down. He used that to great effect against BFF in their playoff match, but it will not work here. Uber's going to be popped off from Epsilon. Nunlock holding down W. He gets launched. Sky High is going to move on to the medic. Mirrorland's dodging. Can it save him? Tech is going to take down Mike. Walter's dead as well. Broder can re-push here with their full advantage. Mirrorland barely got any damage on him there. Zebaside's going to take this. Shotgun's down. Nunlock. Ribbon walks in and takes down Nox. It's just Shocky alive. Mitzi with the late spawn. Where is Shocky? Can he do anything to defend this? He's going to go for second. What a brilliant play from him. He's going to get a me shot off, but it's not enough. Soldier's up on the pipe on last. Shotgun comes out from Zebasai. A nice 3-kill there will earn Broder their first round. 2 minutes 45 seconds to go. Broder need to tie this up, and if they play like that one more round, they will do it.
Checking for that crits, Craig. Flicking through furiously here, DJC. It's Medigun for both medics. No one is going to take any gambles here. Broder must be feeling confident as they go into this, potentially the last round. I'd like to imagine this could be going to a golden cap, but we will see as Rib rolls in from that left side. Numlock is going to come out from the ramp room and actually going to contest middle this time. He's mixing it up and showing them something a little different. We see Mike on the flank there waiting to jump in, but he's been shut down. He's... Oh, Shocky with the flank takes out Rib and Merlin. Huge middle from Shocky and Walters. Epsilon Scouts going absolutely batshit crazy here, DJC.
That was insane. Numlock went down to, I believe, 11 health at the start there. Should have died by all means, and then just kind of casually held down S to get the health back, and it seemed to destroy all of Broder's plans because they were not expecting to have to fight a demo man after all that damage they flooded onto him. Epsilon with control of second here. We are down to 2 minutes to go, so it is time for intensity to come out. Broder have to repush this. They cannot wait. They cannot rest. Mirrorland is spawned Chris. They're going to try and contest, but Rib has died. That kills all chance. Epsilon into last with their Uber. Huge rockets coming off here from this soldier. Mitzi's getting a ton of damage. Mirrorland's still not dead. Will get cleaned up eventually by Fan, who came in. Nox is going to die, so no heals for Epsilon, but it's not going to matter because there are 3 down for Broder. Epsilon are still ready to push this. Cookie is up with that pistol out. Oh, the kill's going to go on to Mitzi from Tech. Tech back at a resupply. Bibbin, one of the only healthy players left on the field, is going to eat those stickies. Numlock is dead. It's just Mike on 87. He's going to get, destroyed by the direct from Tech. Nox has the early spawn. Mirrorland with no percent so far. It has to stick with the crit screen. We're down to 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Broder have no chance but to roll this through every point needs to come to them quickly. 5 spawns for Epsilon. Mike the only one dead. Bibbin still waiting to spawn. Broder need to move with their heals right now and retake yard, but they do not have their combo with them. They do not have their pocket tech. His and he's gonna get air shot by Mitzi. He is dead. Maryland is taking a ton of damage as well. Rib is down. The heavy class is just not there. Zebasai is in late for the cleanup. Chalky is gonna go down. Epsilon are flooding in right now. There's a scout getting pinched off. Cookie's getting it cleaned up by the shotgun. Zebasai goes in, makes a huge kill on the Mitzi. Makes it a double on a Walters. Actually a triple in the end. Bibbin is running in, trying to do what he can to defend this down to 60 HP. Onto the demo. It's just Mike and Nunlocked alive. He pulls up the Boston Basher, gets the kill. Nunlocked is dead. He is bleeding though. He's gonna taunt on point and go down. He knows this is over. There are 30 seconds left. Tech and Rib coming in, trying valiantly to defend this. Rib is gonna get some spam up, but it's not gonna matter. Mike will capture the point, and Epsilon have taken this first map 2-1.
He's gonna go spy, manor spy there. Just impressive from Epsilon. Did you say they've just made? I don't know. It's quite obvious to say, but they've made a lot fewer mistakes than Broder, and that is why they are winning. We do see the spy on the pipe here. Shocky does eventually get shut down. GGs are being called as the announcer also calls the end to this game.
That was just pretty much perfect play all throughout from Epsilon. They never gave Broder a chance to push up of anything. They never made a single mistake. Broder never really had an advantage that they pushed off of either. Like, Epsilon were always so far back. I know that we criticized them in game for not using those advantages, but really Epsilon had superior positioning on every point. And I know you predicted the Numlocked man of the map, but whoo, Shocky is really good, actually. Who knew, huh? The best scout in the season 2 seasons ago.
You know what, like, Numlocked, his score in the end isn't very impressive, but if you just watch him, his read in the game is amazing. Just the way he's always driving a wedge between the players and how he plays off his teammates. Like, whenever Epsilon opted to push up top in garage, Numlocked played the point alone and knew that if Broder wanted to sort of contest from the bottom up top, that he could just walk in and do damage to them. And he's always positioned himself so smartly. I love that guy. He's great. There you go.